Coach Jeremy Clevenger. Again, Vandal Soccer hosting Washington State in the soccer battle of Palouse this Thursday. Big opportunity for the Vandals coming off of a East Coast road trip that saw them go 1-0-1, so they picked up a win and a draw, and they great performance on the defensive side of the ball. Paul Flores had two shutouts, that her second and third of the season. Play Washington State team that's 0-1 on the year. They played a really tough Utah State team, but that's all they've seen so far. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Coach Clevenger.
How's everyone doing? Thanks for having me. So, how you doing? Good. Open remarks, I'll just say we're really excited about this weekend. You know, we were able to have a home game a couple Thursdays ago, playing Riverside, getting that kind of first one on our belt, and now have a big one with Washington State here this Thursday, followed by Sunday, South Dakota. So exciting for us to be back in the Dome, first week of school, and have a battle Palouse with Washington State coming over to Idaho. It's going to be a fun one.
They're two programs that have pretty good track records of success, both in conference and just out of conference, across the country. How valuable is it to have a non-conference matchup like that right next door when you're able to get this on schedule instead of you?
Yeah, no, we have a lot of respect for that program and what they've been able to accomplish in the past. And I think having such a competitive program right across next door really pushes our program to be better. And so anytime we play each other, we know it's going to be super physical. We're going to get both best teams' performances on the day. And I think it just, like I said, iron sharpens iron, right? And so it's fun to have that that next door, and we're looking forward to a pretty fun one on Thursday.
I see you're trying to set an attendance record for it. In your mind, what would you do there?
Yeah, I think, my biggest crowd that we've had was Boise State in 2019. It was about 2,500. And, the nice thing is the Dome gets loud, so we'll take as many people we can get and be rowdy and make that a tough environment for us. And we're excited for it. Hopefully we get a good turnout.
Too early in the season to know what kind of team you've got, or do you kind of have the teams already?
Yeah, no, we have a really talented team. We're really athletic, explosive. We are a little younger than last year, and with some of the high graduation rate in players, but super talented. We go a little bit of waves on up and down, but when we're clicking, we're on. And we were able to get 4 goals last Thursday, and we were clicking. And so we just gotta, with that young team, we got to be consistent with it and weather the lows and kind of get back to those highs. Because when we're doing it, we're fun to watch. We're aggressive. Our players will go 1v1, can score in bunches. So hopefully we kind of get have more of those highs and weather those lows.
Did you have to twist any arms to get the troops to come over here? It seems like they're always happy to have you guys play up there.
They are very happy. No, it's been a good partnership, and we're starting to play more home and home matches, and it's something that Todd and I's relationship has built that over time and have a lot of respect for each other. So it's nice that we were able to get home and home, and we're looking forward to doing that here in the future as well the next few years. So it's nice anytime you get your partner to kind of accommodate those home and homes.
Is there anything specific you think you guys need to work on going forward?
Well, I know we're gonna get Washington State's a high press team, and so for this match we just take it one day at a time. So we got to be ready for the physical battle. Playing quickly, getting out of their press, and I think if we can do that, we're gonna have a lot of success. So really just focusing on getting better each day. One thing I would like to see a little more consistency in the final third. On this last Thursday we had 4 goals and had we're scoring in all different ways, and then we kind of sputtered out on Sunday, getting a 0-0 tie. And I think the consistency in the final third is something I'm looking for us to kind of have more of the same opportunities in that regard. So getting ready for the matchup, but we want to see a little bit more attack and that consistency on that final third.
Any special advantage in coming off a road trip across the country where you had some success?
Yeah, no, I mean definitely. When you go cross country, get to team bonding, put goals in the back of the net, you're always coming back with a pep in your step and excited to kind of continue going forward.
Playing UW and 2 East Coast teams, I mean, obviously you would have liked to score in that last game,
yeah.
But if we would have, told you before the season that you'd be 2-1-1 before Wazoo, would you have been
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. You know, we knew UW is a super tough opponent, and that was really good for us. The fun thing about UW was we know how good they are. They went to NCAA tournament last year. The fun thing was, you know, we went at them. We didn't kind of sit back and we tried to go at them to get that experience, and it paid off on that next Thursday, and we're able to kind of really get our attack going. You know, kind of getting that consistency piece that we're talking about, but definitely 2-1-1 and you know 3 shutouts. Man, we'll take that. We'll take that. So hopefully we can kind of continue that vibe going forward.
So, Coach, for you guys specifically, we talked about the attack, but the other side of the ball, your back line has had an entire line change pretty much. Kind of speak about them, and they have 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, no, it's really impressive when we, you know, graduate, you know, our pretty much starting back line and having, you know, 3-4 new players coming in there and have to step it up. You know, the thing that, you know, we always talk about defense. As much as we have an aggressive attack and style and we want to go forward and we're able to score in bunches, our focus is always going to be defense. And our players really buy into that. They're committed to the defensive side of the ball. And I think you kind of see that. And it's not just the back line; it's everyone. You know, our forwards still press, and we're organized. Everyone gets back. Everyone attacks. So it's a full culture thing. But to speak to the back line, they've stepped up in a great way and getting 3 shutouts on 4 games.
And Coach, for you guys playing Washington State, one of your players, Georgia Whitehead, just came from here. Kind of speak about her change from defender to forward, and really what has her versatility meant to you guys this year?
She's a great player, great addition. You know, she came in. She was in the defense at Washington State, and you know we started to play her in that position when she first got here because she was comfortable with that. And you know, she's such an attacking power where she can dribble, she can go 1v1. I'm like, why am I gonna have this talent in the back, right? We want her close to goal as possible, and you know, you saw that she scored in the opening game in Riverside, and you know, even though she hasn't scored since then, she has continued to be aggressive, go 1v1, create opportunities. So she's a threat up there, and we want her to be really aggressive. I know she'll be excited for Thursday.
Is your program and Wazoo's program totally collegial, or are there bragging rights attached to this?
I'm sure there's a little bit of bragging rights. You know, it's just a fun rivalry. I mean, it's one of those things. It's a fun rivalry. You know, it's not a hatred rivalry. You know, we obviously both teams want to beat each other, but we enjoy that kind of partnership, the next door neighbor type of thing. Again, there's no love lost, and we're gonna battle. We're gonna be physical, but it's kind of more of a fun rivalry in that regard.
So, Coach, for you guys, the last few matchups with Washington State, it's really been determined inside you guys' midfield. You've had a strong midfield last 3 years. You guys have another one this year.
Yeah.
Kind of speak about the importance of the midfield and really how much of a importance that group will be.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of our strengths is our midfield. You know, a lot of experience in there. Sarah Rogers, Annika Farley, Tori Peters, and Hallie. They've been phenomenal. So, you know, we are going to need them to step up on the defensive side, dealing with, you know, the counters of Washington State, but also they're going to have to be good on the ball and get us out of tight pressure and switch the point of attack so we can kind of get our attack going. So it's going to be kind of a chess match, and they're going to do some things. We're going to do some things, and our midfields are going to be big parts of our success. Yeah, we have a lot of people reaching out. They're coming back. They're excited about this one. Yeah, people have definitely circled this one and Boise State on the schedule. So it's fun to have, you know, these type of games back in the Dome. And I know our alums are excited. People are watching, and we hope to get good crowds out.
You guys did Washington State inside the spring and won 1-0. How much of that game are you taking from, and then how much of this game is just going to depend on you guys?
Yeah, no, I think you definitely take confidence from the spring. You know, going to their place in the spring and getting a 1-0 win definitely gives our team confidence. But you know, spring's a spring. You know, there's so many different parts. There's new players. There's maybe new tactical changes and things like that. So you know, we'll take confidence from that. But you know, the spring's a spring, and when we got to prepare for this one. Thank you, guys.